Hello everybody and welcome back to Fortitudefx. This is our daily markup for Monday 10th of July. If you haven't checked out my pre-London analysis, please do so. I'll put the link of the video in the description, but let's let it going. So what do we have here? We have on the 4H, we had, as you see, all these internal breaks of structure, which is typically a 1H boss. But in the 4H, we had a break of structure over here, right? So this becomes our strong low, a break of structure. And then at that point in time, we are anticipating a pullback. So after every break of structure, we are anticipating a pullback, and the pullback, we never know when it's going to start, right? So you just have to wait for confirmations on lower time frame. So what happened? This morning, I came in at about 9-ish, a little before 9 at this candle over here. And then I was looking at a few points of interest where I was looking for sells in London, and then I was looking at buys during New York, but none of them played out. So let's look at 1H, and I'll tell you why they didn't play out, what the thought pattern was. So we had this sweep of the range here. You see this candle break all of this ranges high. So we had a POI formed with a sweep, which always I say is a high probability POI of interest. When the price moves in, we're looking for confirmation to give us that entry model, and then we are in the trade. And we also had a demand right here. And if you look at my pre-London analysis, I did mention that I wasn't very confident in this demand because we had a nicer demand, more in the discount of the 1H swing leg over here, the whole 1H range. So ideally, it should have hit this, and then if it gave us a good entry model, I would have been buy 100% during New York, because this POI was also formed with a sweep, and then it had a massive push. So for me, this was more high probable than this, and this POI also had some level of inducement, which in fact it did take out. So this push did take out that inducement and went upwards. So when I was looking at price came into this range. Like I said, again, in pre-London, if price had gone up into this POI before touching this range, it would have been ideal. We would have gotten a nice entry, and then I would have been in the trade looking for shorts all the way down into this discount range. But the minute it touched this POI, I was not interested as much to look for shorts over here unless it gave us a very, very clean entry model, right? Very nice visual and meeting up all the criterias and confluences that I have. So at this point in time, I wasn't interested, and there was really no setup for buys. It swept the zone, and then price just shot up. So if we look at 15-minute over here, so price kept crawling down. It moved up, moved down. At this point in time, I had marked this as an alert and this as an alert, the edge of this POI and this high. And what I was thinking was, and also this lows, right? So what I was thinking was that maybe price will go down, give me a nice entry model, and then I can look to buy longs, given it's very nice because there was a lot of liquidity formed here with these equal lows, and it got taken out, but price never gave us an entry model. On the flip side, when price started going up, I was anticipating that this high would go, price will tap into the supply, and then give us a very nice chalk and then an entry model. This would have fit perfectly with my plan. It was very high in the premium price range. It took out liquidity. It met a high probability POI with swept. It would have been an ideal entry here to look for shots, but price never mitigated that. We went all the way down, and then it just kept crawling up all the way till this POI is done. So I would close this as so. So when price was completely moving upwards, what did I notice? What I noticed was that, look at this. So this is our 1H chart over here, and price gave us a chalk at the edge of this candle. So the minute this high broke, I have the POI drawn. The minute that this high broke over here, gave us a chalk. So once that chalk happens, I have a new POI over here on the 1H. And ideally, I was again waiting for price to come back here, give us an entry model, and it could happen tomorrow. And maybe we can get a chalk over here, a 1 hour chalk over here, a new POI, and then look at an entry model on 15-minute, who knows. But at this point in time, no entries. This POI I was waiting for also, but price just flew through it, so that is done. And tomorrow we'll see what happens. All right, guys, looking forward to talking to you with the pre-London analysis for Tuesday 11th in the morning. Take care, guys. Bye-bye now.